Hello, crafty friends. It's Jess from thiscraftyheart.com here on the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel. And today I'm going to show you how I made this fun flamingo card using some new products from Kat Scrappiness. Let's get into it. To start, I'll cut a piece of Kat's Color Studio Smooth Bright White 120-pound cardstock. Now, I know I've said this in pretty much every video I've made since I got a sample of this cardstock, but it's my very favorite white cardstock. It's super smooth. It blends beautifully. It's awesome for alcohol marker coloring. It's amazing for hot foiling, and it even tolerates a little bit of water, which is what we'll be doing with it today. So I'll start by cutting a sheet in half. Then I'll cut that in half down to an A2 size and set that piece aside. With my remaining A2 size piece, I'll cut a 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch piece. Then I'll cut a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 inch piece using the larger of the two scraps. I'll cut a piece to 2 3/8 by 5/8. Now, if I'd planned better, I probably could have cut all the pieces from that one A2 piece, but I didn't. So I'll cut a 7/8 inch strip from my other half sheet of cardstock, and then I'll trim that down to 2 5/8. I'll also grab a side folding A2 size card base and get it folded. From the fabulous Feathered Friends stamp set, we'll be using the flamingos, the tropical drink, the small hibiscus flower, and the leaves. And from the Crafty Fun stamp set, I'll be using the Crafting is Cheaper Than Bail stamp. For inks today, I'll be using picked raspberry, spiced marmalade, twisted citron, and peacock feathers. I've grabbed the A2 size piece of cardstock that I cut, an acrylic block, and my Kat Scrappiness stamp chamois. I'll put the small hibiscus stamp onto my block and pick up some picked raspberry ink. Then I'll stamp it randomly onto my background. To keep things looking random, I'll turn my cardstock and my stamp as I go. Then I'll clean my stamp and put it away. Next, I'll grab my tropical drink stamp and spiced marmalade and stamp it randomly on my background again. The leaves in this stamp set come as one stamp, so I've carefully cut mine apart so I can use them separately. I'll start with my large leaf and twisted citron ink. I'll stamp it randomly, but after I stamp it once, I'll ink up my stamp, and then I'll stamp it again in roughly the same place. Then I'll switch to my smaller stamp and randomly stamp it on the background in peacock feathers. Again, I'll stamp it twice in each spot. Next, I'll grab a water brush and press my picked raspberry ink pad onto my glass mat. I'll pick up some ink, and then I'll color my flowers with it, avoiding the stamen and the leaves. Now keep in mind that this isn't watercolor cardstock, so you may find that it behaves differently, and that's totally okay. We're not doing any watercolor blending or anything, we're just adding in some color to the shapes on our background. I'll rinse my water brush, then I'll smush some spiced marmalade ink onto my glass mat. I'll pick that color up with my water brush and color the drink part of my drinks. Once I'm done, I'll clean up my water brush. Then I'll add a spritz of water to each of my ink smushes. I'll use my fan brush to mix the water with the ink, then add a bit of splatter to my background. I'll clean that up, then I'll add a smush of twisted citron and peacock feathers and repeat. I'll clean my mat with a quick spritz of rubbing alcohol and a flour sack cloth. Next, I'll grab my Misty and my two favorite black inks. I'll put my 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch piece of cardstock in and center my flamingo stamp over it. I'll ink up my stamp with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. This is my favorite ink for stamping when I'll be alcohol marker coloring. I'll stamp my image twice, then I'll clean my stamp and put it away. Now I'll put my 5/8 by 2 3/8 piece of cardstock in my Misty and center my sentiment over it. Then I'll stamp that with my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. This is my favorite ink for sentiments and for watercoloring. I'll set my stamped images aside and pull out my distress inks again, along with my Kat Scrappiness blending brushes. I'll start with my card base and spiced marmalade ink. I'll ink the edge at least 1/4 inch all the way around. Then I'll grab my larger remaining piece of plain white cardstock and ink the edges using twisted citron all the way around. I'll want to make sure that I do it a little thicker on one side than the other because I'll be offsetting the piece that goes on top. Then I'll do the same thing with a smaller piece of cardstock and my picked raspberry. Then I'll clean all the ink off my glass mat with rubbing alcohol and my flour sack cloth. Now it's time for some Copic marker coloring. I'll speed this way up, but if you're interested in seeing this slowed down, I'll post it on my YouTube channel along with a list of colors that I've used. Next, I'll grab all my pieces and let's start assembling. I'll start by trimming my background piece down to 4 inches by 5¼ inches. There are 2 corners on my background where I didn't get much splatter, so I'll try to make sure that gets trimmed off. Then I'll glue that flat onto my card base. For my sentiment, I'll make sure it's centered vertically and I'll make sure it's flush on the left side. Then I'll set a heavy block on top of it while the glue dries. Meanwhile, I'll center my flamingos vertically on my green piece and make sure that it's set flush onto the right side. Next, I'll check the positioning of my 2 pieces on my background, and when I have them where I like them, I'll adhere them. The last thing I'll do is add some glitter sequins. Today I'm using the Tropical Paradise Glitter Sequin Mix, and I really love this mix. It has the fun tropical colored glitter sequins, and it also has these little clear pieces that remind me of ice cubes, so they're perfect for a shaker card using the set like I've done here. For this card, we'll only be using the glitter sequins, so I'll scatter them around my card, and once I'm happy with the position, I'll glue them down. And that's today's card. I absolutely love these 2 new sets from Kat Scrappiness, and I look forward to creating more with them. As always, thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I hope you've enjoyed yourself as much as I have. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and follow the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel for lots more crafty inspiration.